be live. Everyone, keep your filthy cockholsters shut and let's get through this quickly.
We got to do the FCC thing first.
No. I already fucking threw out cockholster, fuck, shit, piss, damn, hell, titty, sprinkles, and more. We good. The FCC, this is not for fucking children. Nobody in here is under the age of 18. Go fuck yourself and choke on my cock. Moving right along. Now that we're done telling Uncle Sam to eat a bag of dicks, the entire bag, I'm gonna ask anybody with background noise to mute their fucking shit or push themselves to push to talk.
Working on it. Give me just a second.
Because we're already live.
My bad.
And we're gonna hop right on into this. Hello and welcome once again to the State of the Empire for the 23rd of May, 2020. I hope the Rona has not gotten you. As always, I'd like to start by thanking those who chose to attend at the start of this meeting, including Alex2110, Tygan Mike, Ein, Paragar, Rorschach, Warhorse, The Randomer, Daydream, Sharkbait, Cerberus Drusilla, Ailerons, Callsign Sparky. That's callsign Use the Cream Sparky.
God damn it! No, we are not going down that road.
Lord Epic Friar Yoshi, Lord Senator Deck, Nielsen the Gunslinger, Thor 1986, Grumpy Buddha, Merc Angel, Deer Jr., Destro, and Clytor. Thank you all for attending. Let's get on with the show. First up, new recruits this week. We have, by my last count, 39 in the form of Big Mac N, Ukami TSK, Redemptia Blue, Alex2110, thank you for making it in your first week, that's rare. Vicus, Meat Cleaver, Philly-Poo07, It's Scar, Ron MJ, Jaina, I Am the Ripper, Perseus, Warhorse, Lord Brutal Truth, dude's been here as of this week, it has already popped onto the subscribe star like a fucking G. Firecracker63, Not Soldier, or Not Solder? Not Solder? I don't know. Bear with, Digits with 2 S's, Shade of Absolute Zero, Hush BB, Kale Katarn, not to be confused with the legendary Kyle Katarn, Eyes on Target, Iondari, Azaman123, Blues, Zweihander, Mr. Thomas Cawley, Nagra, Lucid, The Cavalry, B-Turner121, Conceited with 3 Ds, Rogue72, Clark, Vagavalder, Prey Ronin, California, duly noted, and Terra. A warm welcome to all of those who have onboarded this week and enlisted with the Kaldara Mobile Infantry to raise some hell. Next up, I am not going through the effort to read all of the automatic promotions. That's absolute fucking hell. You can review the list on your own. We will instead focus on promotions of note, including Warhorse, despite getting here this week. He's just plugged right in, gotten to work, and done excellent fucking shit. So we have decided to promote you to Kamat Grade 2. Keep up the good work.
Good stuff, man.
We have Nano to the rank of Stivos. They got there the slow way, but they got there, and that's what counts. And likewise, to the rank of Stivos, we have Weetard Wapper. Got there, I think, a little faster than the slow way. But he got there nonetheless. He's been doing good. I've been seeing his name in a lot of reports. A lot of the positive reports, the operations reports, not the incident reports. Don't want to be in those. And we have nobody for Repicar this week, but we do have EVA Unit 3 to Photomar. So congratulations, my dude. You've been doing great around here. Really going out of the way to be part of the community. For non-commissioned non-commissioned officers, we have one new non-commissioned officer this week in the form of Count Killjoy 1986 to the rank of Dracaris. Congratulations.
Good stuff, Killjoy.
I know he's been running with the new guys a lot to help get them up to speed, and that matters. And he's certainly been filing his operations reports, which is always good. Next up, we have nobody to Ancrix and nobody to Killath, and so we move on to welcoming our newest cadet, the Randomer to Zacrix Grade 1.
Yes.
Congratulations, bud.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Thank you, Ed.
Next up, officer promotions. Not a whole lot to go through, but, of course, important ones when we do get to them. Nobody to Sulovix this week. I got a few more things I want to get out before our current cadets end up getting pushed up to Sulovix. But we do have Grumpy Buddha to the rank of Chakras. He's been the acting
stuff,
XO
Grumpy.
of the 1st Legion for a couple weeks now, I believe. Month? A little less than a month? I think it's been
about that.
I want to say like 3 weeks, probably. That's my guess. 3, maybe 4. Not checking, though. Point being, congratulations, my dude. You've been fucking killing it. You've been showing up when tickets get filed. You've been dropping memes. You've been hanging with the group. You've been helping the new guys. You've been in the raid support group. You're just going all out for the Empire, and we appreciate that. Well earned, well deserved. We're glad to have you back and active, my guy.
Congrats, buddy.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. And, of course, moving right along the same piece of listing, we have Destro to the rank of Matrix. He's been the acting CO of 1st Legion for, I think, roughly the same amount of time, maybe plus a day. And he has also been killing it. He's been keeping the Legion active. He's been getting shit done whenever we ask him to. He has been, obviously, heading the entire raid training system. We had 1 or 2 little disagreements pop up, but it was miscommunication. Got sorted, no problems. He's been doing fantastic. I haven't really heard anybody having problems getting a hold of or hanging with Destro. I hear he's been pretty damn helpful. So, to recognize you stepping up and getting the job done as we hoped you would, welcome to 03. You're a Matrix, dude.
Thank you, sir.
And that will cover it for this week's promotions. I'd like to let everybody know that we're not going to see much from Frodo for the next 12 days, I believe. The Navy's got his ass underway again. So, it's lonely at the top right now, I'll tell you that. But, more importantly, Members of the Week. Always a fun one, right? 1st Legion has appointed for Members of the Week Lord Senator Deck, Dizzy FA, and Paragar. Congratulations, you get the special lime green names in chat so everybody knows who you are for the week. Feel free to gloat a little bit, but don't be dicks.
No, it was well deserved for everybody. Especially Dizzy, he's been putting in so much work, it's actually kind of incredible. Like,
yeah,
the
for
guy
how
is
new
a
he is,
monster.
it's been great.
The guy is
going
a
places.
fucking monster.
That guy's
The
going
guy is a
places.
fucking monster and he's helping everybody. I'm super happy with, like, him being in the 1st and him putting in all this work. Well deserved.
Absolutely. And that brings me to 2nd Legion's Members of the Week. We have the Randomer, Moose, and Drusilla.
Yes, all well deserved.
I would be inclined to agree. I think they've been doing an excellent job.
Yes, yes indeed. Drew's been working her ass off. She has no ass now, poor girl.
That is too easy of that.
Wow.
Focusing, because I do want to get through this before 8:30, and we're already 10 minutes in. we have no recommendations on 3rd, 4th, 8th, or 14th Legion, but we do have a recommendation for Member of the Week from 10th Legion in the form of Warhorse. First week here, made Member of the Week. Keep it up, man. You're going places.
Yep.
Enjoy that
Good
shiny
job.
lime green name.
Yep, definitely enjoy it, man.
Yeah, thanks again, guys.
Hey, man, you come in, you put the work in, you be part of the community. We try to recognize that. That's why the ranking structure works. The people who put things in get things out.
I feel like this is ran pretty old. I was never a part of like an older style community. Like I feel like this feels a little bit older style than what I'm used to, but I really like how it's set up. So I'm happy to be here.
Hey, man, glad to hear it. We try to offer the right balance of fun and structure to make sure that shit can actually get done, especially at higher levels of play. That being said, I don't have a whole lot for y'all this week. We'll be working on a minor revision to the ranking system, so you're going to see a few symbols probably change. Documentation should be going up that explains what each rank is, what it does, what it means, how to get it, all of that. And there will be a grade system introduced for every rank, which gives you sort of a step-by-step process of seeing how far along you are advancing, even if you're not necessarily getting a rank every week, because obviously a rank every week after the trainee ranks is pretty rare. But we do want people to at least get some sense of, more immediate feedback on when they're doing well or when they're not, and so you'll start seeing the grade system kind of gives you those mini ranks in between the main ranks, and we're hoping that that'll help to improve the feedback on people's behavior as well. And that should be pretty easy to implement. It's just going to be. It's not difficult. It's just going to be a little tedious on my part because I got to do it all alone, which means going in and setting everything up, doing a bunch of typing, and entering a bunch of fucking bot commands. But that's for me to worry about. Next up, we got more progress coming up on the website, and we can absolutely thank Deck and the rest of the engineering team for that. Lord Senator, if you have anything that you'd like to say on the matter, if you can keep it brief, that would be greatly appreciated.
For now, there isn't much. I would like to see more progress from the people who have shown the desire to help with artwork from people, except from Nielsen, who actually, put his money where his mouth is, and at least showed us some progress and some work. Like, again, people, you have said yes, I will do this, and the people up until now who have said yes, I will do this are and have actually done it are basically me, Nielsen, Mark, and the randomer has shown up and has given his recommendations and whatnot just by saying yes, I'll come up, and he actually did something. So if you say you're gonna do something, please just fucking do it. We're grown people, we know you work, we know you do other shit, and this is not like your entire life, but if you take on a responsibility, make sure you actually go through with it. That's from me.
Alright. I guess our de facto head of engineering has spoken, everybody. And if anybody here has the technical expertise in web design, web development, graphic design, or any other field that could be helpful from a technical aspect to get the new version of the website running, Discord bot development, if you're just one of those people who can do that, I think they're written in JavaScript. Send me a DM if you're interested and you would like to put those skills to use to help keep this place afloat and in better shape, and to keep us trailing ahead on the best technology that the Empire can get. And we'll get you a spot in the engineering corps where you can communicate with the other engineers, start coordinating, and get shit done.
Yeah, quick thing on the Discord bots. I looked into that. It's a little beyond my expertise. It's either JavaScript or was it Python?
The site itself is
Python.
running WordPress. The site itself is running WordPress. Mark Angel is developing a plugin using MySQL databases and incorporating that. I have provided him with FTP credentials. For now, I am really stingy with providing credentials, just so it doesn't become a cacophony. And when it does get to be time to start moving the site and what's not, it just becomes more difficult than it has to be. So the current development is after Mark implements the plugin and we test it out, I would like to actually move it to a server which is not my own, and we could launch it as soon as we get the artworks. So basically, I need art at the moment, guys. Like, that's the most important. Uh, for now, anybody who can help with the artworks, please pipe up and do it.
All right. I am going to call it there. We're going to move on to the next thing. Friendly reminder to everybody, if you would, especially if you're feeling like maybe you're getting a little burnt out in the main game you're playing right now, if, say, Destiny, for example, is just not quite tickling your fancy, that maybe the sandbox feels shallow, maybe it feels a little repetitive and samey, and maybe you just need like a week or two off from Destiny, or you need something else to supplement in from time to time. If you'd like to help the Empire start setting up places, locations, clans, guilds, etc. in other games, if you'd like to see us develop an official presence in another game, we are always taking suggestions. And please drop me a line requesting a spot in the Imperial Ranger Corps, or the Imperial Ranger Service, rather. We send them out to the front lines to get set up. We're looking currently at putting them in. We have a couple, I think, already in Guild Wars 2. We're looking at maybe Team Fortress 2. We're looking at if we can get a decent group of people together, punching a nice big hole into a Rust server, and just fucking it up.
Mm,
I think that's appealing to a number of people.
yes.
Yeah, so I just got a DM. I will keep identity private unless they want to step forward, but yeah, Arma 3 is also something we have considered. We certainly have the underlying sort of military structure already laid out. I think a number of people here already have Arma 3. I know
Yeah,
I
that
played
was
it.
me. I got server stuff too. I have the whole setup for it, so I could run anything that we need to for you guys.
So yeah, no, that's absolutely something that I think, with the nature of this group, there would be at least a few people interested. If they can get through the 6-hour slog of waiting to finally get clearance to fire.
Ooh.
Arma. And just hope that if you get in a vehicle, it doesn't suddenly yeet itself 300 feet in the air and insta-kill you on a rock.
Well, they've recently changed the physics system, so hopefully it's not as bad anymore.
It's still Arma. That's been a problem.
It's still Arma.
That's
Yeah.
always been an Arma problem, no matter which copy of the game you played.
I know. Yeah, it's
I don't think they'll ever fix it. They might make it slightly less frequent. I don't think they'll fix it. Anyway,
yeah.
I would like to keep on track here, so thank you for your input. We also have another person recommending World of Tanks, so if there's interest in that, I may make that another operational deployment of the Kaldara Imperial Ranger Service, and we'll go from there. Beyond that, like I said, if you have recommendations, come forward. If you give me a recommendation, I'm going to take that as consent, and I'm going to put you in the Imperial Ranger Corps. Your name will turn a nice sort of olive green of sorts, and you'll get to see our sort of beta phase expansion into other games to see how they work out. You'll be on the frontiers of the Empire. Beyond that, let's see. Whatever on the website, yeah, that's good. I actually don't think I have anything else on my list right now. I guess just a friendly reminder. Use if you're getting into an interpersonal conflict, if somebody is being disrespectful, is being a little shit, if rules are being broken, if somebody's just being a complete pain in the ass and kind of bringing down the whole group constantly, file an incident report through the ticket creation channel. Please. Don't. I mean, you can feel free to bring it to an NCO or an officer directly, but it is considerably easier for us to track who is being a repeat issue if we have independently filed incident reports when it happens, preferably from the person who is on the receiving end of the incident. We don't have this happen too often, but over the past 2 weeks, or 3 weeks rather, over the past 3 weeks, we've recruited almost 200 new people to this Discord. So when you get a sudden growth like that, you're bound to find some people butting heads. We understood that. We expected it. We took that risk when we decided to grow. I don't regret it one bit, but I'm going to need people to start filing their reports a bit more honestly. If somebody calls you a bitch one time, that's probably not enough for a report. Repeated, constant behavior, especially if you've asked them to stop and they won't stop, things that seem designed to get under people's nerves, or things where there is just a very, very clear issue of attitude, these are all grounds. Let me put it this way. If you're not sure if you should file a report, file a report. Err on the side of filing always. We will not punish you for filing a report over nothing. Instead, we'll just go, hey, we appreciate the input, but this really isn't worth filing a report as far as we can tell. But I don't think we've really had that happen. I think we're pretty good about looking at any incident report that gets filed and looking into it quite thoroughly. And I think one report isn't necessarily going to get somebody banned unless they're just going whole ham trying to fucking cause problems. But if we get a report from 4 different people in 3 days, we talk to the guy and we get another report 2 days later, okay, now it's time to start looking at giving somebody a one-way ticket on Yeet Airlines. So I just want everyone to keep that in mind. I want to give my official shout out to all of the great work that's being done with Crucible Boot Camp on the Destiny 2 front. I want to give the shout out to all of the work being done in the raid training program and the raid support initiative. Destro, Grumpy, all the guys working under you, you're killing it over there. Raids are getting done constantly. I'm loving it. People are reaching the point where they're starting to learn to teach raids. We're going to get that first generation of new raid teachers out into the open. It's going to be a grand old fucking time for everybody. I'm excited for it, and you should be too. And of course, if anybody is experienced with raids and would like to sign up to try to qualify to become a raid teacher, a raid instructor, we could always use more. If you are not particularly experienced with raids, but would like to get experience with raids, sign up. Sign up to at least get the training. And if you find that you can get good at it, and I'm telling you, if you've got the basic things and you do what Destro tells you to do, you'll get good at it. I've watched the results. I know some people high up on the chain. I'm not naming names, but I know some people pretty high up on the chain who were shit at raids, and now they're crushing it. And as I said, I'm not gonna name names, but I've seen the results. I've heard the results. I've heard all the talk going. I'm fucking thrilled. I'm at the point where I might come back and do some raids. And
oh man,
some people know my history of dealing with raids, and it ain't pretty. I don't much care for Destiny right now. I definitely don't much care for raids. But I see shit getting done. I start kind of stroking my beard a little bit, and I'm like, do I need to get Imperial on their asses?
Do your Crucible.
Crucible's going great as far as I can tell. Raids are going fantastic. People are putting together the Gambit teams. We're going to be working to get a whole Gambit training initiative, a sort of Gambit boot camp going, if you will. I want to get trainees or trainers rather, instructors in every Destiny Legion, to where every Legion is near fully autonomous, but can obviously improve their effectiveness by working with members from other legions. I don't want anybody to try to click up too hard with their legion. Don't be afraid to play with other people. Your fellow Kaldarans, I promise you, they don't bite most of the time, unless you say please. Beyond that, I want to throw a shout out to 14th Legion. I see them on pretty fucking frequently. I notice a number of them are a bit antisocial with the rest of the Discord, which, if possible, I'd like to see that change with some time, but I get it. It's a smaller, more insular Legion right now. You don't have them necessarily engaging with Destiny or other things as much, and I wouldn't know where to begin a conversation on Final Fantasy XIV. But you're welcome to join our meme channels. You're welcome to join our general chats. If you've got the stomach for it, you're welcome to the news/politics channel. Not for the faint of heart. I get it. A lot of people come here to escape those conversations, which is why it's in a containment channel. It's in a containment channel, and I try to stop it from spilling over too hard, because I don't want people who know that they're not equipped for that having to deal with that spilling over into their general chat where they come to shoot the shit and get their mind off of all the bullshit that life is throwing at them right now. So that's what that channel's for. If you're the kind of person to enjoy that and you can be civil, you can check it out. If not, no hard feelings. I get it. I really do. I'm the kind of person who enjoys having those conversations 9 times out of 10, but I get it. Some of them can just be a drag. I feel it. I do. Beyond that, I'd like to remind everybody playing Destiny that when Warmind Charlemagne is working, that you can absolutely feel free to file an LFG create. It's a step-by-step process. It sets up the post there that you can RSVP to. Never be afraid to plan ahead, especially if you're planning to do raids, nightfalls. If you want to put together a nice, hefty Gambit or Crucible team to really go crush them like bugs. That bot is a great way to go. Finally, I want to throw that shout out to 10th Legion. I know Sparky and Sharkbait have been running operations pretty much fucking nightly. Usually at least once a day, sometimes a couple times a day. Maybe they take a day off every week, but I think they do it, every day, 5 or 6 days a week, and some days 2 or 3. So they've been doing a fan-fucking-tastic job over there. The 10th Legion is kind of small, but it is pretty active with a core player base, and there's nothing to sneeze at there. So an absolute shout out to them.
We appreciate it. Thanks, bud.
Yep, and I'm just going to go down real quick. Destro, Grumpy, 1st Legion, do you have anything to report? I don't necessarily want a whole bunch of friendly shout-outs and long drawn-out things. Let's keep it succinct, but do you have anything official to report publicly?
Nope.
Nope.
All right. Sounds like all is well over on the good ship 1st Legion then?
That is correct.
All right. We got to come up with a nickname for you guys.
The Endgame Legion.
Destro's dickheads.
It's the Endgame Legion. Everybody
Hey. Wow.
Legion.
All right, so we're gonna move right down the list. 2nd Legion. Deer, I know you're here. I don't see.
Mickey's not here.
No, time zones
Nope.
probably. So Deer, keep it succinct. Anything to report?
Nothing. Well, I got to say a shout out to Daydream, to Drew, to Nielsen. Those guys are doing their jobs fantastically. To Thor, everybody's doing what they need to do. The 2nd Legion is just chugging along as it always has and it always will. So thank you all. I keep up the great, fantastic work. That's all I got.
All right. I don't believe we've got our. We don't really have our 3rd Legion boys in chat, so we're gonna have to really work on that. Because, kind of a pain. So we'll skip forward. 4th is a bit on the dead side right now. 8th is very dead right now. So we're gonna go straight to Sparky. How is 10th doing?
Everything's going good. Nothing else to report other than what I filed. I do want to just say, keep up the good work, everybody that's in the 10th. Y'all are doing a great job, and it's through that we're gonna keep building, and we're gonna get stronger, and we're gonna make the 10th Legion something to be proud of.
Conquer the continent. Conquer the continent.
Space America. Fuck yeah.
America.
All right. Always good to hear. I don't believe we've got. I can tell you there's basically nothing in 14th Legion's report this week as well. So I think 14th is just kind of on a small, slow and steady chug, and there's nothing wrong with that. They've been doing good. Like I said, they're a little smaller, a little more insular, but they've been active pretty heavily. They've been doing good work down there. In fact, there's 3 of them down there in a fire team right now. And I got not much else to say on that matter. Everybody, I hope you're looking forward to website upgrades. I hope you're looking forward to a lot of good things in the future. And I hope you're looking forward to continued growth. Remember, tits are temporary. The Empire is eternal.
Lovely.
Drew, you're gonna lose your
Wow.
tits. That's gonna be your tits.
Can we? Sparky, did you hear that?
Can we put tits on the
yeah.
Empire?
Okay.
Like, can we put tits on the Empire in that case?
Hey, I am the tits of the Empire,
The
okay?
Empire is an abstract concept. I mean, unless you're about to anthropomorphize the Empire and start drawing Empire porn, I don't know what you got going on over there in fucking Rule 34 land, but
Oh my. Oh my.
Firstly, with that
no.
avatar, we could find a lot of furries about you. Secondly, this entire conversation deserves me to crack open a cold one.
with the boys, right?
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe for
Saturday,
the Emperor
right?
to be able to get tits. That way, the Empire can have tits.
That sounds awesome. That sounds awesome.
That's dumb as
Oh,
fuck.
God.
I'll take the money and run.
I'll let.
Be totally upfront about that one. I ain't getting tits. I'll take the money and run. Maybe you know what? If you guys want to start a GoFundMe and get the money together, I'll go commission a dumbass furry artist to draw our logo with tits. How about that?
Go for
Let's
it.
get it
I love
done, boys.
it. I love
Make
it.
it so.
I'll do it.
I love tips.
You get the money together, I'll do it. I will genuinely have them draw the 2-headed Imperial fucking dragon with titties.
No.
You get the money, I'll do it. If that's what you that's what you idiots want. I don't care.
No, I don't want a dragon. I want a girl.
They want
girl
What
dragon with
about
tits.
anime
What's the
dragon girl?
difference? What's the difference?
No, a real girl.
Look, women already breathe fire, right?
Yeah,
But,
what's the difference?
yeah.
They breathe fire. They breathe fire and they hoard your money.
Casual sexism. But no, terrible fucking jokes aside, and getting the stream pulled off of YouTube, I'm sure.
Demonetized for
If
sure.
anything can pull the stream off of YouTube, it's my comments. So
Yeah, really. All right,
the stream is.
Hey, it's tease galore.
Here we go. Last thing. We've gone down the line. I'm gonna take a few minutes, open the floor. Does anybody have anything important and succinct they'd like to throw out there?
Yeah, actually, I do.
All right, dear. Keep it short, keep it crisp, neat, and to the point. Let's hear it. The floor recognizes CO of the 2nd Legion.
Thank you. Okay, I've noticed a little clicking in comms. Try not to. I know a lot of people play with a lot of the same people, but we have a lot of new people. So make sure you bring them into your chats, see what they're doing, things of that nature. It's never a good thing for just to stick in a solid group, and then when someone's not on, you're not going to come on because you're like, oh, I don't know this person, I don't know that person. Be open to meet new people. That's all I got.
And I'm gonna just amend to that one. NCOs lead the way. You may not be officers, but at the NCO position, your job is basically you are among the most senior of the enlisted. You're the people who know what's going on, but you're still down there amongst the people. You got to be the ones that are open to playing with people. You got to be the ones that are open to starting up operations, running exercises, getting the new guys on board. You are the people who know how the Empire works. You are the people who understand our systems more or less. Part of your job is just kind of impart that knowledge passively. So, NCOs lead the way on this one. That's, Killjoy's been doing that. We made him an NCO. Sharkbait's had no problem getting new people in. She's been great about that. Drusilla, I know you play with everybody. Daydream, I'm sure you do the same. I haven't heard about it, but I'm sure you do because
he does.
You're one of the guys. You're elsewhere on the radar, and your CO knows what's going on, and I trust his judgment.
Cha-ching.
NCOs lead the way on this one. And I think that'd be the way to. Officers too, obviously. Officers, cadets, yeah, sure. But NCOs, you're in that middle ground. You're that sergeant. You're the one that the lower guys are going to look to for guidance. The officers are big and scary with the polished medals on their chest.
Yes.
Everybody's afraid of fucking punk ass butter bars like Sparky for some reason. I find that.
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh my goodness.
They won't talk to me either, Tom.
Oh my god. Okay.
They talk to me. I mean, heavy is the head that wears the crown.
I'm telling you.
Butter bars can't navigate their way out of a wet paper bag.
Atomic, to be fair, if someone pops up in the news and politics channel and just sees the comms there, they could get scared. So,
oh yeah, but
I'm not blaming.
It's tagged news and politics. If you stepped in there, you knew what you were getting into. In this day and age, you knew. Anyway,
No one's afraid of me.
Anyway, enough teasing. Call sign. Use the cream, Sparky.
You fucking said that. I mean, for the fucking Christ.
Shit, I couldn't help it. That was too good.
I wish I knew the context for that.
No, you don't.
That is too funny.
They were talking about
Can I say
hemorrhoids
something?
last night.
Oh my gosh, no.
I swear to God, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh, you just discovered this.
Wow, I don't know if that was like a joke.
I was there. I heard.
Yeah, right. It's like, man, you just kind of layered a joke right in there.
Yeah, him and peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah.
Oh, come
Look,
on.
it's perfectly normal for people to sit in their chair all day to have hemorrhoids. Don't worry about it.
I don't.
Hey, I got
periodically
hemorrhoids.
stand up so that I don't. I'm smart. I'm smart. You're dumb. I ain't never had a hemorrhoid. Get fucked. Not going.
Can I actually say
But
something?
moving right along down the line. Does anybody else have anything important they'd like to run by us?
I've got a couple things I'd like to say.
Okay,
Yeah,
we have too many
it's
people talking at first.
It was Grumpy.
I believe I saw.
Grumpy.
You know what? Grumpy actually told me in advance, so I'm going to give it to him because he should have first dibs anyway. The floor recognizes Grumpy Buddha. Chakras, my man, do it up.
I got a couple of things. I do want to build off of what you were saying earlier about the legions. We are all one. It's not Legion 1, Legion 2, Legion 3. We'd all be one clan if Destiny and the Bungie servers allowed us to have more than 100 people in there. And so I just kind of want to rebuild off of that. We are all one. So, use the general chat for Destiny to contact everybody. Don't just work, within your own, second or third or first or anything like that. So it's kind of important to get everybody together because we are all one group as a whole. The other thing I wanted to say was I just want to shout out to everybody who's come by and helped support my stream. I was disheartened this last year and stopped streaming for a bit. Came back to streaming here just recently, and I really appreciate everybody, hopping in, watching the streams, chatting it up, dropping subs, dropping follows. I super appreciate that, and it'll be coming back tenfold here eventually back toward Kaldara as well.
I'd like to get with you offline about that too, Grumpy.
All right, just hit me up.
All right. Does
Something.
that cover it, Grumpy?
Yep.
All right. Let's just go through. We're going to go down this kind of in order. Are there any other officers who have anything that they would like to say that's important, relevant, etc.?
Guys,
All
please
right.
play TF2 with me.
Shut up, Cletus.
Wow.
All right. The floor recognizes Lord Senator Deck.
So I'm gonna try to keep it as concise as possible, even though there's not a lot of people who are not officers right now. There's still enough for it to be heard and hopefully internalized. Guys, if you would like to do a raid, just posting in D2 General, is anybody up to do X raid, is not the most perfect way you would help your cause. Use the D2 Ops channel. Technically, you should go to Warmind when it works. Because raids are huge time sinks. There's a whole slew of raid guides for a lot of raids who would be down to help. If you don't know who the guide is, just make sure you type that into the description of your op and be sure someone will like almost instantly hop on and say, hey, I can guide you through it. A lot of times it will happen that people would even say, hey, I would also love to guide, but like it clashes with my time or something. You would get a response for this. Everybody has started raiding a lot more often, which I love seeing because raids are fucking fun. But raids are a fucking time sink, my guys. So you gotta keep that into consideration because I've seen it in general by eager players like, hey, does anybody want to do X raid? You cannot just jump in like this. It's next to impossible. You would have to catch the chat in a very high traffic time. You would have to pray that your post doesn't get buried in the mountain of crap that people are just sharing and stuff like this. You know what I mean? Also, I would like to again remind you I've started running classes on the basics of Destiny. So if anybody has problems with the basics of Destiny, we've already covered mods. And from the coming class onward, the coming class will be on perk combinations and loadout stuff. So if you're wondering what to build, or if you're wondering if perk X is better than perk Y, come to my class. You will learn these things fairly quickly. You will learn where to check for them, etc., etc. This time I will make sure it's actually taped well, and I will most likely start uploading this to YouTube. And also to finish off, Ferguson, you better check what I've sent you in the DMs and give me fucking feedback, my guy. That's it. Thank you.
I see. Just because of that, I think after this meeting, I'm going to go to sleep, and then I'll check it tomorrow.
You asshole. You asshole.
All right.
To be fair, the words concise and deck do not go together.
Yeah, no, really. But
Just like with you, man.
Just in 3 minutes. Fuck you.
Next part. I think that about covers it for our officers, right?
Hello?
We good?
Yeah.
All right. We're going to drop down. We got 3 cadets in. DLG, Randomer, and Divergent. Did either of the 3 of you have anything that you'd like to say?
Divergent, I do.
All right. The floor recognizes Baron Senator Divergent Acid.
All right. So over the past 2 weeks, obviously we understand the recruitment drive that we've been on. We've really been pushing for Destiny 2, like a huge recruitment drive, huge Planet Side 2 recruitment drive. We are getting a lot of people into the Discord that obviously come in here. They may be here for a week. They may be here for a minute. If they come in and leave, okay, whatever. But if they're here for a week or two, we've started to see an increase of people doing basically like what like Deck was saying, of using D2 General to try to get everybody together for something like, for any type of quest or anything like that. General is not the place to do so. LFF, like if you get down into looking for fire team, get into voice chat and talk with people. As far as those of us who have been here for a while, we've seen people come and go. We need to put more effort into, at least in my opinion, into not coming across on a bad way when we respond to these people that are posting these things and everything, which we've done a really good job of so far. But we need to make sure we're staying on top of that. And like right now, we have 9 people, 9 recruits currently. So we have to stay on top of that recruitment. We're going to see a lot of shit bags. We're going to see a lot of weird people. We're going to see a lot of people that we don't exactly vibe with, but we all are here together to make this work and come together as a community. So please stay on top of that. Sorry, that's all I got.
Absolutely. And I'm not getting anything else from the other two, so we're going to drop right down. We got a handful of NCOs in the chat tonight. Did any of...
I was about to say something, but I think I'll do that with the I don't know. I'm gonna talk with Divergent about that. Maybe that's better because I kind of not agree with him with something, but
We will cross that bridge later. This is starting to drag again. Okay, so NCOs, real quick. Anything important that you'd like to get out?
I have.
All right,
Yeah.
Drusilla, be succinct.
Yeah, if
Okay, as far as me and Crucible Bootcamp goes, when you're in Crucible and you see somebody who's currently struggling with something specifically, don't sit there and demean them. Don't sit there and talk crap to them. Don't sit there and make them feel less than because you do better than the next individual. Crucible Bootcamp is there to help people who want to get good. And if you're going to be toxic, I don't want to be around you. And I don't want to have people who are currently going through Crucible Bootcamp be around somebody who's toxic. We're here to learn.
All right.
I second that notion. I don't know if I'm coming through or not.
Yeah.
Regent Lima Charlie.
Yeah, because I've seen. I obviously won't speak of names. This is not the place or time to do so.
most of this message should probably be sent out in a text format to
Yes.
everybody, because I think most of the people that are here are not the ones that need to hear this. I think the people who bother to show up for the meeting probably already have a pretty good idea of this, and it's the ones that don't come to the meetings that are probably going to have a habit of being, let's say, the potential troubled elements. So I definitely think that while it's an excellent point, it needs to be raised in a more universal format, because only so many people either show up for or watch after the fact these meetings. And something like that is a much more universal statement, as opposed to much of what I try to cover in State of the Empires for those interested in keeping up with the latest news. And I should probably make that a bit more clear going forward about the actual purpose of State of the Empire. Because these are, we are 50 minutes in now. But I absolutely agree, we don't need any of that bullshit. And all of that's covered in the rules, by the way. So these are violations of things like Rule 3. And I'm not going to tolerate it.
I appreciate that, Emperor.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I withdraw myself from the force so the meeting can be finalized.
All right. And finally, we're going to drop down. I don't actually see any run-of-the-mill enlisted, so we're going to look real quick. We've got, like you said, what was it? 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yep, 9 recruits in here tonight. So welcome. For some of you, this will be your first State of the Empire. Questions, comments, concerns? We want to hear them.
So we were talking about this is Warhorse. We were talking about how to add games or the game thing earlier. Is there a specific protocol or a specific list for how we would go about telling you or asking you how to add a game to the Empire?
Not particularly. You can generally just DM me. You can file a suggestion ticket. We have a bot that handles setting up tickets, and it creates its own channel and keeps a transcript.
Yep.
The
Yeah, I've
officers
seen that
see it.
before.
The system's great. There should
So
be
I'll do
certain
that
for,
then. That way other officers
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah, make generally speaking, probably the best way to suggest a new game is to just file a suggestion ticket. That because the way I do this is I try to make sure that all of the tickets have been reviewed and closed. I try to make sure everything's been reviewed daily, and I try to make sure they're all closed out before State of the Empire and resolved. So we have a couple of tickets that are long-term things that I keep open because they're not resolved, because there'll be something that'll be worked on in the coming weeks or months. But generally speaking, I go through every ticket. I make sure all the tickets that have gotten feedback or any sort of new post are checked multiple times a day, and I make sure that any tickets, I try to resolve as many of them as possible before State of the Empire every week. And I mean that about covers it. Incident reports obviously go to kind of highest priority. If you notice that somebody is really just putting in a lot of effort and they're really hammering things home, they're being part of the community, they're just kicking ass across the board, file a promotion ticket. It's what the way it works is it's a recommendation for promotion. Anybody of any rank can recommend anybody else for promotion. It will open the channel just like you see the transfer ticket there did. I don't know why somebody opened a transfer ticket. I think the ticket tool's busted out.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
I didn't see a help thing, but I just clicked the button to open a ticket, and that's what I opened. 1 second.
Okay, yeah. You'll notice that each one is labeled. It's not a big deal. But no, so just file you can file a suggestion ticket, file a promotion ticket, if recommendation for promotion. We partially rely on our officers, we partially rely on NCOs, and we partially rely on fellow Kaldarans to just tell us when they notice somebody is just really killing it. The place has, 500 people in this Discord, going on 600. I can't personally track every one of you. It's a neurological impossibility for the human mind. All right. I think that should about cover it. If nobody else has anything they'd like to throw out there.
I just have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Tara. How does boot camp work in this clan? That's all. Crucible boot camp.
That would be a question for Drusilla and the others. I've given them pretty heavy autonomy on this one, and they just kind of tell me how things are going. I check up. I occasionally make suggestions, but they've been doing a great job on their own. So that would absolutely be a question for them. I would suggest checking in after the meeting because I do want to wrap this up here. We are going on an hour now.
Yes.
And I've been up for 26 hours straight, so I would like to draw things to a close swiftly at this point. But that's an entirely legitimate and valid question, and I'm sure that Drusilla and the others would be happy to answer you a lot better than I can right now.
Daydream, I can say according to this thing, actually I was meant to say something. Wait for 30 seconds after the this
ending, I will post it from Gambit and also link Drusilla and everybody into a post about the boot camps if you want to join them. Tomorrow is gonna be Gambit and Drew is gonna hold up them more. But check out the D2 General soon.
All right. On that note, I do just want to take a moment to thank. Where the hell is my goddamn chat's gone? So, I'm going to take a minute here to thank everybody who's chosen to support our endeavors financially. We do have a subscribe star at subscribestar.com/Kaldaran-Empire. And this money tends to go towards paying for the bot subscriptions that let us run the Discord this way, paying for the website upkeep, paying for private servers that we want to get, paying for unforeseen expenses that may come up when we need to expand. We're looking at several additional bots we want to get in. Paying potentially for special projects to spruce up the website, get some new art, things like that for the things that we can't do in-house. It just covers a vast amount of things because for the longest time I've been largely paying for the Empire out of my own pocket, and so has Grandmaster Frodo. This has been a passion project for us, but I absolutely, we could use the support, especially as we grow, our expenses are going to grow, and what revenue we do have will very quickly be eclipsed by operations costs if we can't get some new people in. We will be looking to get some itemized lists for everybody to kind of get a feel for what's up with the money, where it's going. We like to do seasonal tournaments that include prizes such as free copies of DLC. That has to come out of the Imperial Treasury, or it's got to come out of my pocket or Frodo's pocket. And right now my pocket is about $64 fucking dollars, so I don't have much of a pocket right now.
That's just enough for a DLC and a pack of smokes.
Yeah, and then my phone goes out, my rent dies, my credit card goes defunct, and I get saddled with ridiculous fucking destruction of my entire life. But
Fair.
yeah, you see problems. But no, you know,
I
we're
got some
happy
I got some pocket lint if you want it.
to... Well, I can use it to start a fire to keep warm when I'm homeless. But shit posting aside, we really could use the support for anybody who can spare. Subscribestar is a Patreon-like service. It's, you know, you can pitch in a few bucks a month. You get yourself a nice fancy title of nobility in the Discord. And of course, that brings me to people like Citizen Novasef X, Lord Sparky, Lord Deck, Lord DLG Extreme, Lord Brutal Truth, Lord Deer Jr., Baron Divergent Acid, Baron Mickey 5, Interesting.
What about Epic?
His subscription has gone inactive. That's weird. It went inactive within the past 2 days. I think it did the same thing to Carrot.
It did the same thing to me 2 weeks ago. Subscribestar is not the best on the automatic renewals.
I'm
You may
not
have
sure
to go
what's
in there
going
and
on with that, because there wasn't a problem, and then suddenly there was. I'm definitely starting to get to the point of, we're gonna have to just look at a different service. is getting out of hand. Well, that's great. Of course, we have on top of that we have Count Killjoy 1986 and whoo boy, we have good old Duke Grandmaster Frodo. And that covers it. So thank you all again for the financial support. Thank you to everybody who supported us in every other fucking way. Seriously, like none of this works without people running groups, having fun, playing together, killing shit, being sociable, the help we're getting with the engineering, the help we get from our officers, the work our NCOs put in. It's all been absolutely fantastic. You've all done an absolutely fucking beautiful job. And this passion project of mine, it really feels like it's being realized, and I largely have you guys to thank for that. So I do appreciate it. Feels like I've built myself a bit of a purpose. And, that feels good sometimes. So with that, we're going to leave that as the parting word here now that it is, I don't know, what is it, about 9? About to be 9? 9:03? Yeah.
9:03, yeah.
So with that, we're going to call it, and as always,
Long live the Empire!
Long live the Empire!
Long live the Empire!
That
Oh
was
my god.
And just like that, my soul has been rattled.
My ears.
that was
Shame. Shame.
shame for display.